While most people consider Harry Redknapp to be nothing more than a wheeler dealer who loves to hang out of his car window on transfer deadline day, the former Premier League Manager of the Year has taken charge of some fine talents during his lengthy managerial career. So we've put together what we consider to be the best starting 11 Mr Redknapp has worked with throughout his 35-year career in management. In goal it's David James. While Harry may have worked with Julio Cesar and Peter Shilton during his career, neither were really at their peak during that time. David James and Harry Redknapp linked up when the goalkeeper was 36 and still a top Premier League goalkeeper during his time at Portsmouth. At right back it's Glenn Johnson. Another player who Redknapp worked with at Portsmouth and won the FA Cup with, Johnson had a career renaissance down on the south coast. The England international's performances under Redknapp got him a big money move to Liverpool, and he was recently linked with a move to Barcelona. Instead, he signed a new one-year deal at the formerly known Britannia, which is pretty similar to the new camp. Our first centre-back is Sol Campbell. So it's a hat-trick of Pompey players for the Redknapp 11, but the role that Campbell played at Portsmouth was pivotal to the success they had under Redknapp, with the centre-half solid as a rock and a leader at the back, inevitably lifting the FA Cup in 2008. And he holds the record for the longest ever sliding tackle. He's alongside Ledley King. Who knows how good Ledley King could have been had it not been for his injury woes. But to be fair, he wasn't half bad considering he couldn't even train most of the time. Capped 21 times by England, Thierry Henry described King as the toughest defender he ever played against. Next it's Rio Ferdinand. Yep, we're going with a back 5 or a 3-4-3 formation because we're slaves to the trend. Redknapp and Ferdinand worked together back when the defender was just a youngster at West Ham. He went to Leeds for £18 million and then his move to Manchester United cost £30 million, meaning he was twice the most expensive defender in world football. Ferdinand would go on to win everything at Man United before linking back up with Redknapp at QPR, but let's not talk about that. On the left side of defence it's Julian Dix. Another West Ham player, it was a tough call between Dix and Stuart Pearce, but the latter was coming to the end of his career under Redknapp while Dix was in his prime. A West Ham fan favourite and something of a hard man, Julian Dix had a wicked left foot. In midfield it's LUKA MODRIC. This is where things get difficult, because Harry Redknapp has managed some great centre midfielders: Michael Carrick, Rafael van der Vaart, Nico Kranjčar, Carl Henry. But we're going to go with Modric, who joined Spurs for £16.5 million in 2008 and pulled the strings for Harry Redknapp at Spurs. Now with Real Madrid, Modric has just won his 3rd Champions League. He's alongside someone related to Redknapp. No, it's not you, Jamie. It's Frank Lampard. The former England midfielder worked with Uncle Harry at West Ham at the start of his career, and his performances for the Hammers earned him a move to Chelsea, where he went on to become the club's all-time leading goalscorer. Outside of football, we've seen Lampard appear as a captain on ITV game show Play to the Whistle, when the whistle just doesn't come soon enough. Our front 3 begins with PAOLO Di Canio. While Joe Cole could have made this team for his sensational performances as a youngster under Harry Redknapp at West Ham, PAOLO Di Canio really was the man at Upton Park. Scorer of one of the best goals in Premier League history and my personal favourite ever goal with his scissor kick against Wimbledon, Di Canio adds an element of flair and unpredictability to this side. Let's just hope he doesn't push any referees over, or do anything related to fascism. Through the middle it's Jermaine Defoe. The striker played under Redknapp at West Ham, Tottenham and Portsmouth, showing just how much of a favourite he was for the 70-year-old boss. Defoe has scored goals wherever he's been, since he was a teenager on loan at Bournemouth to a 34-year-old at Sunderland. You've always been able to rely on Defoe to know where the back of the net is. And finally it's Gareth Bale. Potentially the greatest player Redknapp has ever managed, Bale developed into the player he is today under Redknapp at Spurs. The Welshman's performances under Redknapp and then Andrea Villas-Boas would see Bale head to Real Madrid in 2013, where, like Modric, he has just won his 3rd Champions League. So there it is, our all-time 11 managed by Harry Redknapp. Let us know your team in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.